Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Old Guy Review with Jerry. So, here is the detailing. Now, this is not just going to be for the detail part. I'm going to share some thoughts and some concerns that were put out on the internet, put out by some other reviewers, and I'm just going to point out my observations. Now, for most everyone, okay, redcat, marksman, TC8, 1/8 scale. The first thing to address is there's been more than one person commenting about the size. Now, the wheelbase is 14 inches plus. I had exact numbers prior to me starting, of course, and I didn't write it down. So we have got 14 3/8 for a wheelbase. We have 12 inches width. We have, I believe, let me try it again, from the back side, hook it on, to the front bumper, 23 1/8 inches long. Pretty beefy, in my opinion. Now, of course, with the front bumpers and the rear bumpers, the SCX-10 Gladiator is almost as long, but the wheelbase is still shorter. It's way bigger than the TRX-4, even the long one I have, that's the Rock something they call that chassis. It's the longer one of the, 4 or 5 different TRX-4s. But meanwhile, this truck, one of the concerns was the steering radius. Now, in my drive video, I did some donuts, which it seems that the turning radius on dirt is less than on pavement, which is to be expected. There's a little bit more give, so the vehicle can generally turn a little faster. On the rocks, I didn't notice a huge deal about it, other than, some of my corners and turns for the Versaplex were designed with the 110 in mind. So this was a bit long and a bit tall, but I've been running just 2 S packs in this. I've already run 3 of them, I think, before I yoinked the body off to do the detailing. But let's get to the detailing. So, numerous videos, we're driving around with a white head, all green. I decided right off the bat that I had to break the green up. Being that it's styled after a Jeepster Commando, the black fenders weren't really a thing for this particular vehicle. All the CJs had the plastic, wheel fender, extender, liner, whatever they wanted to call it. But this truck is going to get beat on. The underside has already gotten a pretty good beating. But I chose to break it up to try to go with more retro-y things, but meanwhile still put a little of the, I'm a crawler and I'm going to throw my decals on it that show you the things I like to buy. But meanwhile, Carlos had given me an excellent idea for painting the head. You'll notice it was the headless Ghost Driver in the drive video. He gave me an excellent idea to go with Air Cav, Apocalypse Now, Robert Duvall, one of my all-time favorite actors. But somewhere along the lines, while the painting began, something came to me. And I don't want to brag, but let's just zoom in a little bit. I don't want to say it outright, but I just want to ask you guys to let me know in the comments, who does that look like? Does that look like anyone familiar? And if you think of who I'm thinking about, there will be no more redcat bashing on this channel, because that sir will come to your house. So let me know in the comments if you think he looks like who I think he looks like. So as per standard with me, 3M rubberized undercoat on the fenders. Nice and textured. You know, I didn't get the line perfect right here. It's going to bug me. But I figure I'm going to scratch the crap out of it quick. Standard lettering and nut shining up on my wheels. You've got a 3M rubberized undercoat textured rock slider that now has a metallic color on it. Of course, you got to do the door. Oh, there he is. He's getting pissed that I'm touching his truck. Same thing, I did the front fenders, but I brought them all the way down, all the way through the body. Some of my best taping, I will have to admit. Same thing, I did the metallic color for the front bumper. You know, we know that's all going to get scratched off. Well used, dirty, scratched up components already. I went with, you know, I talked about I didn't know what I was going to do with the grill, so I decided just to chrome outline it. Breaks it up. I painted the buckets, so hopefully my lights are a little brighter in there. I did change. I went with chrome for the fog lights, so to look more old school. But the factory had this way too close. So I extended the bumper just one hole, and that bumper fits in there perfect. So my holes line up for the body great. And then the same thing, we went down the other side. Same dealio. I didn't mess with the mirrors or the windshield wipers, but I did paint the cage once again with the metallic over top of the 3M. So there's a good, you kind of get the coloration of there. You know, threw some stickers on the ass. Big old girl. Now I did the bed, 3M rubber coat or 3M rubberized undercoat. Did the back little box, but I didn't do the seats. You know, I really want to get a clear body so I could do this all over again. You know, I did do the black on the top there because there's just a lot of this should be black inside. You know, these old Jeeps were basically body color on the inside too, but I just wanted to break it up a little bit. You know, I just highlighted the air intake instead of painting the whole thing black. But here you go again. The front roll cage rubbed. So I did my own rust through. So we're going to have a little rust on there. So I painted this whole top piece. So if it rubs any more, hopefully that will show like it's rusting. You know, he's got just a khaki shirt on, got some work gloves on, painted the steering wheel. Boom. Just a little bit of simple. But meanwhile, oh, there he is. Let's see what he looks like through the front. Oh, yeah, he's coming for you. You know what he's doing. He's going to walk right up to your house, kick the house over. And then you're going to apologize to him for your house being in the way. Boom, if you know those jokes, I could just keep doing them all day. So, there it is. See, it's such a big girl on the bench, I got to keep moving it back. But it's big. It is big, and so far, 3 battery packs. Of course, you know, it's been brought up in the comments. I'm going to need a whole nother load of rocks to make the Versaplex even bigger. For this to go through a lot of the challenges, except for the volcano. Nobody can get over the volcano yet. I still got to fix that so something can actually, I know where the weaknesses are. I just got to mend them up. But being it's 40 degrees today and it doesn't look like it's going to get warm, I don't think I'm going to be pouring concrete any more this year. Next is, I have got a light kit that's been sitting around forever. Oh, it's a pain. Look at that. But it's a Team Associated. I've never tried one of their light kits. I'm going to be deleting some of those lights. We're going to have fog lights, headlights. They've got the inserts. I may do something on the turn signals. Supposedly it's got brake lights. I'm going to confirm they actually brake when you brake. And I'm going to give that a go. Other than that, I'm thinking hopefully just like the redcat, Gen 8, and the Wendigo, you know, the drivetrain will just get smoother. You know, I've already had people that have commented about, you know, changing things up. I'm not going to change things up. Most of you that know the channel, I don't change it unless it pisses me off or it needs fixing. And so far, you know, only 3 battery packs in, but this truck is going to get some tweaking done to it. The biggest one right now, even though I do like how soft it is, it's too soft. The truck is too big. There's a lot of weight. I will admit, redcat going with the cage, big difference over the Gen 8. Gen 8, very top heavy, very tippy. So far this has been pretty balanced, being that they kept all that weight. You basically got the roll cage because you've got all those fenders, the whole inner fender system. That's a lot of weight. It's still above the axles, but it still keeps the weight down low. But I do feel that if I bump up the shock oil to say 60 or 70 weight, it could make it tippy if it's stiff. But we'll see. Test and tune. I've got plenty of shock oils. That's the first thing I'm going to do is change the shock oils, because I did notice it rubs the inner fenders a lot. And the one disadvantage of the inner fenders are they aren't very movable or really movable at all. You can lift the body up, but the fender liners are going to stay where they are. So I've tweaked it so that's just the way I like it, moving the body post around a little bit. But other than that, I have really enjoyed the redcat. But I guess I do like the redcats. This is my 5th redcat total, 4th in the fleet. I got the Gen 8, the Gen 7, the Wendigo, and now the Marksman, which I have been pleased with all of that redcat makes. You know there's a lot of redcat haters. Well, I'm sorry for that, because I personally, I like the way redcat has gone. I like that they listen to their customers. And, you know, their vehicles are diverse from each other. The Gen 7 was their just kind of an attempt at a trail truck crawler. It was close, but it missed a lot of marks. And then the Gen 8 came out, which, in my opinion, they addressed all those issues, complete new platform. They decided to build those vehicles themselves, or design the vehicles themselves. They're not made in China anymore, they're made in Taiwan, and people do not realize the difference. Things made in Taiwan are professionally done. You know, it'd be better to see them made in the United States, but still, Taiwan, tools, RC cars, anything is better than if it says made in China. Skip it, look for something made in Taiwan, because almost every RC manufacturer makes them in Taiwan. So they moved up to a better manufacturer, Gen 8, Gen 8 V2, the Wendigo, the Lowrider. Redcat is just addressing customers' needs, coming out with things that are unique. Here it is. This is a knockoff of a Jeep Commando. Well, how many companies in the RC world have license to use a Jeep? If you've got a Jeep, why don't you stop making the Dodge version and start going back and making CJs or making Commandos? This is a Jeep for Jeep people, but it's an old Jeep. Make a CJ. Make a Jeep Commando. How about make the original Jeep Gladiator on a big beefy truck, the way they really were? That would be impressive. But I've gone off on a rant and it's not even Friday. So there you go. We'll go back to the Marksman. So far, I like him big. And this truck, I can see that I'm going to have this truck for a while until this motor goes tits. If it does, then it's going to probably get a brushless system. And let's see, maybe I'll pull the gearing for the Wendigo and eventually gear it because it's big and wide. And you know what? People say the Wendigo has the same steering problem that this truck has. I've had to tune my dual rate completely out of my Wendigo because with a brushless system in it, that truck is so quick and it whips on a circle so fast, it just rolls. So that is a problem to have if it rolls all the time. I'd rather have wide steering than rolling. So back again to the Marksman. Hey, $449, ready to go, name brand everything in it. You got the Redcat name on the body. You've got the Hobby Wing in it. You've got Holmes Hobby, which go check out Holmes Hobby, because when I did the drive on here, I went and did the setup that John suggested. Ooh, pardon me. John says right in this video, if he didn't know this was, if he didn't think this was going to be a good product, he would not have his equipment in it. And he tested and tuned with Redcat to get the gearing, to get the motor just right for this truck. Hey, the guy that's supplying the motors for this, giving his seal of approval, I like the sounds of that. So I might do a tidbit later if anyone gets a Redcat Marksman. Go check out John Holmes' video on it. If you don't, contact me. I'll get you the settings, which there's not a lot of changes from the way the setting comes already set. I don't know if Redcat went in there and did it ahead of time. Obviously not, because you have to change a couple of them. So that is all for now. I'm going to get in a drive before the wife gets home, and I will talk to you on the next one.